From being a model to a television star to a producer and now a film star, Nandish Singh Sandhu has been remembered for his TV serial acting skills for Kasturi and Uttran. He was also in Super 30 with Hrithik Roshan and now he is remembered for Jubilee as well. Today he is here with us for a special chat. Thank you for joining us today at Midday, Nandish. So
Thank you, Siddhi.
congratulations on Jubilee. Now if you could tell me about how was your reaction like when Jubilee came to you?
About Jubilee, I think I was just excited to hear Vikram's name
Hmm.
first thing when Jubilee came to me, and I didn't know too much about what world this is. I was just told that it is going to be, from that era of 1940s and 50s. But too much detail they couldn't reveal because obviously it was very initial level talks that were happening, and they wanted me to come and audition for it. They were still shortlisting people, so they couldn't reveal too much about it. But the first impression was when I heard Vikram's name, I said, "Sounds damn interesting," because he's always been on the top of my
Yeah.
list from the directors that I've been wanting to work in the industry with. So yeah, that was the first impression.
Okay, okay. And when it comes to your character, Jamshed Khan, what is that one thing that you really like about that character? What is that feel that, you were like, yes, I need to do this?
What I really liked about this character was the kind of impact he has on this story, the kind of relevance he has throughout the story. Although I've heard this a lot, and I've had this question a lot many times that his screen time is less. He's mostly there in the first episode, then he dies, and then he keeps coming back. But in that one episode, the kind of impact Jamshed has had, I think uh, I am overwhelmed by the response that I've been getting for Jamshed, and I wouldn't take all the credit to myself for creating Jamshed, because that was before I stepped into Jamshed's shoes. This story, this character Jamshed, in fact, all the characters, they were somebody else's baby. They were created by the makers, by Vikramaditya Motwane, Shomik Sen, Atul Sabarwal, who's written the screenplay and dialogues. I think they've created some beautiful characters, and we as actors, me coming and you know uh, putting soul to Jamshed was towards the end, after everything was done. And not saying that we didn't have to work hard for it. We really had to put in a lot of effort to be able to do justice to it, to be able to
For the
play
making of the character.
Jamshed. Correct. It's one of those characters, once in a lifetime opportunity to be a part of such a big show. I don't know if it's ever going to be made again. The film industry, how it was in that era, I don't know if anybody is going to make that again. And especially to work with a director who's always been on the top of my list. And when the story was revealed later, after I was shortlisted for the part, and when I was told exactly what I'll be doing and what is the length of the character, what is the impact in the story, his relevance in the story, how is it going to impact every other character's life in the story, that was the point when I was sure, like 100%, I want to be Jamshed.
And do you relate to some Jamshed in real life? Do you think that you, as a person, and the character Jamshed have any similarities or anything as such?
Some things, but not too much. He's actually pretty different from what Nandish is. Uh, but certain ways, yes, there are certain things of Jamshed, especially the quality of Jamshed, that he knows what he has because he's worked on his craft, he's worked on himself, he knows what he's getting on the table when he's sitting in front of anybody in this world. He doesn't care. He's fearless. He's not intimidated by anybody. And this has happened over time with me also. This was not the Nandish who entered the industry when I started working on television. And I think you were mentioning just before the interview, you see a huge change in me. I don't know. Maybe these things have changed me slightly over a period of time. These are the things that I related with most when I read Jamshed. And uh, Jamshed being somebody who loves what he does and he would not compromise with that is a quality that really, really touched me, because that is something that I've learned from Jamshed. In fact, how to just know your self-worth and not worry about what is coming to you or what is being offered to you or what you're going to lose in the bargain if you don't do that. I think that's a quality that is from Jamshed that is always going to stick with me now throughout my life.
So, if you could tell me about when you were trying to work on this character, how did you study the character? What was the research like? And when you were trying to build that character, any character requires to, to study it, to do the research, to work on your looks and everything. So, how did you work on that?
See, we were given a lot of things to read, to watch as references, because we didn't have real life people that we could
Correct.
go and speak to from that era. And the only way to learn and feel what Jamshed or any other character would do was to surrender and believe in what the director, his team, and everybody who was associated with the project, who've been doing the research, they were telling us to do. And yes, the material that was given to us, we had to work on that. There was a lot of homework involved in it. We were given the material to research and do our own research and put our own perspective into it, put our own soul into it. But at the same time, you can't take away the credit that a lot of research was already done. They knew what they had to tell us, and we were the ones who were like students in a class where the teacher tells you, you're not bound by that you have to write this answer, but you're still given a syllabus that this is what you are supposed to study. Now study and come back. And everybody did that religiously. We would go to our workshops. We were given all the facilities in terms of the diction classes, acting workshops. Diction was done by Vikas Kumarji. Acting workshops were taken care of by Jogi ji, and we were really pampered in terms of, we were given everything, but at the same time we were not spoon fed. We were not told, put in a cage and told you can only do this much. We were given the liberty of, do put your own perception into it, and if you go wrong, we will tell you, we will guide you, but we would not spoon feed you. And I think that was a beautiful way telling us what to do, and we were not told how to do it, but we were told this is what we require. Then you figure out your own way, how you want to do it, how you want to reach that result. And yeah, it happened slowly. So, watching a lot of old films, reading about those times, uh, kind of speaking to seniors in the industry whom I know, and speaking to some of the people like my dad, ask him about something, or ask people, my dad's friends, or my friends' parents, ask them how things used to be in that era. Listen to music from those times, see how the bodies used to move, what was the rhythm, try and understand the rhythm of those stars who used to act in movies at that point of time. So yes, all of that, and then slowly put your own thought into it. Try and we were also, while we used to have a lot of chit chat. There was no teaching as such, but when I used to sit with Jogi ji, we would talk about Nandish. उस time पे पता है हवा कैसी होती थी? Random conversations. मतलब so you start feeling that उस time की हवा, मतलब pollution was not there. There was very minimal pollution, so you felt fresh air. So those kind of details we used to talk about, and slowly, it seeps into you that, you also start thinking in that way. So yeah, all this
You
spread.
got into that character actually to,
The character, I think when we used to work on the set, and I think I used to forget Nandish. I used to feel that I'm Jamshed, and people in the beginning, what I got to know much later was they were kind of intimidated by this personality who used to walk onto the set. So which I was told later that they thought that was Nandish, but that was actually Jamshed walking onto the set.
As you've come very far as an actor. You've been a model, you've been an actor, a film producer, and you are now a film star. You started your career with modeling and TV serials. So now, what has that journey been like? You know, that transition to
Yeah,
movies to and to
yeah, it's
OTTs.
always, and I've not been a film producer. I produced 2 short films
Yeah,
because I had a lot of time in between. So you work creative kida. You want to do something all the
yeah.
time. So I thought it's a good way to learn what goes behind the what goes in behind the camera as well. So it was a good learning process for me, and I had honestly I had a lot of time on hand that time. So, but the journey has been nothing less than a great learning experience. It's been like I still feel I'm in school. That's the shortest answer I can give. I just feel that I'm in school, and
You're learning every day.
there's always something to learn, and you're meeting new people. You're meeting, you're living different lives, and unapologetically you could be somebody else and make mistakes and be flawed, and not worry about it, because after a point of time you're not going to be that person. So do whatever you want to do, have fun.
That's so true. Now, why did you, if I may ask, why did you stop, acting for TV serials? Or you just when you had that transition, we do not see you on daily soaps.
Yeah, honestly, I wanted to grow, and you know, after a point of time, when there is no excitement in what you do, it's not that TV has given me a lot, and I'm thankful, that very grateful that I started with television, and that's where my initial learning happened. That's where I learned, that was the basis of my learning about everything about the film industry, and it gave me good money, it gave me fame, it gave everything to me. The only thing was that when you wake up in the morning and you know that this is routine, it becomes like you could do it in your sleep. I think that's when kind of you kind of stop growing, and I started feeling that as an actor, as an artist, I need to get into some uncomfortable zone to be able to grow. It's not right for me to get stagnant in life just because I'm comfortable in that space. Now I'm pretty comfortable on this sofa. I could be lying here for the rest of the week and nobody's going to say anything. So, but to be able to grow, you need to get into uncomfortable spaces, and the time, we all have limited time. The time is not going to come back. So I just decided one day that um, just do something else, try something new, and that is something which I've already learned. I've done it for years. I'm comfortable there. That is my home. I can always come there whenever I want, but I need to travel. I need to go out of my hometown to be able to see the world. And I just stepped out of my hometown like I did years back when I shifted to Mumbai from my native place, Dholpur, which is in Rajasthan. It was like that for me. It's not that I don't go to my hometown. So it's not that I would not go and do television again. I would love to give in a chance that good script comes my way, or good content comes my way, or a beautiful character comes my way. But I had to step out of my hometown to be able to travel, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm enjoying this phase.
So true. I mean, you have to move out of your comfort zone to explore more ideas in life.
Yeah, but how much would you do at the same place?
True. Now, experimented with so many things. Will we get to see you experimenting with direction as well?
I haven't thought about it till now.
But if you get a chance.
First, I would want to learn more. If I get it, I'm not prepared right now. I feel I'm not prepared at the moment. I would want to learn a lot about direction. I would have to assist somebody before doing that. So not right now. I would definitely want to learn. I would want to assist somebody, and work under somebody to learn the craft of direction, the business aspect of it, how things function. Although there's a lot of learning when you work with with directors like Vikramaditya Motwane or Vikas Bahl or Ashish Shukla, all these directors, there's so much learning that is going on the set, but I still feel I'm not, there's so much more to learn before I get into those shoes.
Only time will tell.
I have no idea. That all depends where life takes me.
Okay. And what are you working on next? What's coming next?
I can't say that right now, but some good things are happening, and I'm grateful for that. Especially now, even better things are coming my way because of Jubilee, and I'm really thankful that this is released at a time where I needed more good projects, and good things are on the way. But I would only be able to speak once I'm allowed to, and once things materialize.
I
and
wish
things
you
go
all the
forward.
best for that. Thank you for joining us today at midday.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.